Welcome back, everybody, to the It's Debatable show. I am your host, Dave, with my co host and my friend, Matt, aka Lucy.
How's it going, guys?
Matt, what the fuck is going on with the coronavirus?
Dude, this shit is fucking psychotic.
Right?
I don't know if you've even tried to do like basic grocery shopping lately, but it is insane out there. It is fucking psychotic.
Right.
Dude, I don't even know where to begin. This is fucking ridiculous. So, I think that everybody is fucking overreacting. It's ridiculous. And I think the biggest thing the biggest reason why people are overreacting is because of the information that's going around about COVID-19. COVID-19 is the medical term for it, or the designation. Coronavirus is like an umbrella term that covers 7 different versions of it. It's all respiratory infections and stuff like that. But I think people need to calm the hell down. Like, seriously, you need to fucking relax. It's got a 98% survivability rating from the CDC. So the Center of Disease Control, the dudes that know all of this shit, that are like tracking all of these crazy diseases and viruses around the world, say that 98 or 97 to 98% of the people that get it are going to be fine. So if you've got a 3% mortality rate across the world, right? Assuming that everybody that you know, including yourself, have got it, you're going to lose a couple million out of a billion? Like, I know those are big numbers, but 3%, that's pretty fucking good. And that's just out of the people that get it, you know? Right. So the other thing, I don't know, a lot of people don't know this, but CDC also released a statistic saying that 60 to 70% of the people that got sick in like December, January, February timeframe with cold, flu-like symptoms, typically it would have lasted about a week and a half. Chances are you already had COVID-19. You already had coronavirus. So you're fine. Like, chill the fuck out. Let me buy some goddamn toilet paper. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, just calm down, people.
So, I wanted to get into this too. I saw on the I forget what news channel it is, but it's basically saying that the death toll rose in Italy, but they said 95% of the deaths in Italy at this time were people over the age of 70 years old.
Yeah, and 90% of those people already had existing
Conditions.
illnesses or like weakened immune systems.
Right.
So people need to just fucking chill, dude. There's been like 4,000 to 5,000 deaths worldwide that we know of, and like 60 or 70 of those were in the U.S. But we've got situations where it's like martial law being enacted. We got U.S. troops being deployed to Texas. We've got places like San Francisco going on 24-hour lockdown. Like, this is fucking ridiculous.
No,
it's
man.
ridiculous.
It said 72 hours for San Francisco, right?
It's 24-hour, like, people are, like, the government is locking them down 24/7 for the next, like, 2 weeks. Like,
right.
Curfews, fucking no eating out. Like, it's ridiculous, dude.
So, and here's another thing. I just saw this on Facebook. I just barely saw it. I didn't look into it, but I want to know, is this, I'll look it up now, but basically they're saying that martial law might be enforced. What do you think about that?
Well, dude, if you are, this kind of gets into another topic, but if you actively allow martial law to be enforced, I mean, you're not really a patriot. I don't think. Like,
it's California, man.
Dude, and it's gonna be a lot of other places too, because people fucking suck. And I know we touched on this in our first episode, but people fucking suck. And there's a quote from Batman: The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger's version of Joker.
Oh yeah.
Where he says people are only as good as society allows them to be. When things start going south or things start going bad, people's true nature shows. and people don't give a shit about anybody else. People are just like, this is mine. I'm gonna take what's mine. I'm gonna take what I need and fuck everybody else. You know.
I think his actual quote, because I'm a nerd, was they will eat each other.
Yeah, they will eat each other. I was paraphrasing.
Okay.
Dave.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, man, gotta be as accurate as possible on this show. So I feel like a lot of people are kind of misinterpreting like where this virus started and how it started. I mean, like very simply put, like Wuhan, China has wet markets. They've had wet markets since the 70s, and their government was really shitty back then. So the way to profit the country was to develop these things called wet markets. Basically, they sold exotic animals, but not for fucking pets, to fucking eat. And over the years, it got worse. They started harboring bears and tigers, and basically, like, they would stack these cages on top of one another, and, you know, one feces would get on another animal, and bing bada boom, that's how you get viruses, and people would fucking eat them and handle them and not use gloves when they were doing it. Wear masks.
I don't know about you, but I've been craving me some poopy bear meat.
Oh god, man. All right. So we got where this shit started, but you know, you were talking about you know, we're talking about Italy, like people had pre-existing conditions, like, and who do you think this shit affects most?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's already been proven. There's studies that have shown that it affects people over the age. More affects people over the age of 60, people with compromised immune systems, and people with pre-existing illnesses. So if you're an older or have older family members, like, help them out. You know, like, don't make them go to the store. Like, go take 20 minutes. I mean, most people are already out of work for the next 2 weeks. Like, you don't have anything better to do, so go to the grocery store for your grandparents. Go to the grocery store for your parents. You know, it's not that big of a deal for you as a 20-something to be standing in line at the grocery store for 30-45 minutes trying to get some food versus somebody that's more susceptible to this virus going out. You know, so the statistics are showing that it affects more people over the age of about 60. Kids and younger people can be carriers. You can get infected with it, but your body's immune system is stronger than these other people's, and you're able to fight it off and deal with it a lot better than some of the older people wow, brain fart.
Yep, I can tell. Like, I literally heard your voice crack.
Yeah, it's coronavirus. It's COVID-19. I'm dying. So, yeah, younger people's immune systems can handle it a lot better than older generation can. So, that's who it's affecting. That's who it's kind of going after. And that was just reinstilled, or the information reiterated from the studies that we got out of Italy from this stuff.
Right. So, and another thing people need to understand, you were talking earlier about the umbrella, and there's actually multiple coronaviruses, but this one is specifically called novel coronavirus, which means it's new. We do not have an immune system built to survive it, or, well, I mean, we don't have an immune system that's used to it. So all these people that are saying, oh, the coronavirus has always existed, the name has always existed, but this one is brand fucking new. Yes, it's deadly to some people, but not to fucking everyone.
So SARS and MERS are two of the other viruses or diseases that's classified under coronavirus. It's just an upper respiratory infection. It's a virus that attacks your lungs and your immune system. But like I said, it's like 98% survivability rating. So, I mean, don't go wandering around fucking coughing on people, you know, because you don't know who's out there who has a compromised immune system. You don't know the age or the health of everybody around you. So the CDC has continued to say stuff like quarantine in place, do what you need to, but don't, like, try to avoid areas where there's a lot of people, you know, just basic, like, flu type precautions. Wash your hands. Don't be a fucking nasty, you know. If you're taking a shit, wash your hands. If you go to the bathroom, you go into a public area, use hand sanitizer. Cover your mouth when you cough. You know, kind of just don't be the gross kid in class.
What in the hell is up with people? Like, one thing I've noticed these days, and I know people close to me that do this shit. Like, they do not cover their mouth when they sneeze or cough, and that shit is like, what in the world is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. Manners. I think it's probably, I don't know, just how they grew up. Just
Fucking
people's
weird.
manners. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of people out there that say yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, please, thank you, that sort of thing.
What the
So I
fuck?
think that probably just goes in the same basket of shit that they didn't learn or weren't taught when they were younger. Just cover your mouth. I don't know. My daughter like coughs and sneezes right in my mouth, but I think she doesn't know any different.
I think she gets a pass.
Yeah, she's kids in general, dude. They're just little germs,
Yeah.
little grosses.
So this is my biggest topic, and I'm glad we saved it for last. But there's a lot of fake shit going around, and the first one I want to touch on, I saw multiple people that I grew up with in my hometown, and one of them is saying that the coronavirus is a hoax and made up by the government. Now, I got this. This is clearly people that don't do their fucking research. And obviously this shit is real. The NBA, the NFL, like literally the Army is starting to like not only have shorter days, but they're starting to like getting pretty close to close up shop. Like this shit's real. However, whether it's being blown out of proportion or not is for a different topic that we'll cover later. But this shit is obviously real, and you're an idiot if you think that this shit is fake and you think that the government just made it up.
Well, I think there's some validity to the I don't want to say that I agree with them that it's fake, but I think there's a lot of stuff that's happening that is manufactured.
Like
if that
what?
makes sense.
Like what?
Like the misinformation. So you've got the virus itself is obviously real, you know,
Right.
unless there's somebody going around injecting hundreds of people and watching them die, or thousands of people now, because it's like 4,000 to 5,000 people that have died from the coronavirus or COVID-19. But the information that's being given to people in general over the news, over social media, all these different outlets, is highly, highly manufactured and groomed for one specific purpose, and that's to make people freak the fuck out. Because when was the last time on the news that you heard anything about the number of people that got it and survived? You don't. You don't ever hear about the people that made it out of it. All you ever hear is, oh, the death toll in Italy, it went from here to here. Like it jumped, skyrocketed overnight. And everybody's going to get sick. Everybody tested positive for it. Everybody's going to die. Every single person that you know is going to get COVID-19, and you're going to be the last person on earth. Like everything around it, all of the air around this quote unquote epidemic is fear. They're trying to scare people. They're trying to drive like the fear factor through the goddamn roof, and it's working because you're not getting the right information, and you're like, all you ever hear is the negative shit. How many people have died? How many people are infected? You never hear the success stories or how many people are coming out of quarantine. You know, China just got rid of their last testing facility because they don't have enough new patients to keep it up. So they've had people getting sick since November, December timeframe. So we got what, 5-6 months of this shit, and then it'll taper off. Doesn't sound too bad.
So but I think that's a media problem, not a government problem. I think it's a media problem because the media loves stories, and the best stories are the ones that are negative. There's hardly ever any good news on the news, and it honestly just depends on who's watching it. Like for right now, like Tom Brady going to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Like most people are just like, you didn't know that, did you?
Well, I knew that, but I was just thinking of that meme where it was from that commercial that he says, "I'm not going anywhere," and then it's got
that was a fucking lie.
I think it was Tyler the Creator. He's like, so that was a fucking lie.
Yeah. But I think the media just loves stories, and like, but people, but that story will come out, and somebody else somewhere will be like, yeah, but what about the coronavirus? Like, it's killing people, and you're worried about Tom Brady. It's like there's never any, because there's so much. If there is good news, people are like, well, you need to focus on the bad news, and they're like, well, if there's bad news, you need to fucking try to say something good on the news. Like, there's. The reason why they do that is because no one's ever fucking happy, and their basic motive is like, let's just have a fucking story and tell people what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, that can kind of be attributed to government agencies, though, and that kind of goes down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole a little bit, obviously, but just because the government is like who you see is in charge doesn't necessarily mean that they're the ones in charge, you know? Like, on the conspiracy theory scale, the whole shadow government, like, secret organization type stuff. And who's to say that those pieces of shit aren't involved in manufacturing the fear and pushing another agenda, you know? But I've noticed, just out of my own research, that anytime like massive stories hit, or like there's a media blackout and all you're ever hearing about is this one specific thing, there's usually other things that are going on, you know? There's laws that are trying to be passed. There's information that's or things that are happening at the same time that people don't want you to see or don't want you to focus on, and so they just like bombard you with one specific piece of information. And I think that part of that is the coronavirus or the COVID-19. So there's a lot of shit that's going on in the news, in the media, or there's a lot of things that are happening around the country right now that aren't being publicized because COVID-19 is on the spotlight for everybody right now.
and what do you think that is?
Oh, dude, there's a bank bailout going through. It's like $10 billion worth of bank bailouts.
I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going.
There's all sorts of shit going on, dude. When was the last time that you heard anybody talking about the Harvey Weinstein situation? Like, that dude just got sent to prison for the next 26 years or something like that. So, but nobody's talking about that. And he was in ropes with Epstein and the Clintons and all sorts of other Hollywood fucking pedophiles that haven't been brought to justice. But
there's a lot of people talking about the Weinstein thing. I mean, it's not.
Well, when was the last time you saw a news story about it? They televised that he was going to jail, and then everybody shut up about it.
That's because that's all people wanted. They wanted to see that fucker go to prison in a walker with the tennis balls. They wanted to see him fucking go in, and you know, my fucking guess is he's gonna need that fucking walker after they fucking get his ass in there.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna pull a Martha Stewart and be in a country club for the next 10, 15 years or whatever it takes him until he dies. But
yeah, well, he's pretty close to dying.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
BT dubs. Anybody that uses their power to abuse physically, sexually, or mentally anybody else, you're a piece of shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, you already have a shit ton of fucking money. Go buy a nice car. Don't fucking use your power to get somebody to blow you. Like, if you really wanted to, it doesn't matter. Harvey Weinstein's an ugly piece of shit. He's an ugly, like, nasty looking dude. I guarantee there's somebody out there that'll fuck him.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I don't want to think about Harvey Weinstein naked. Like, it's coming, and I need to get off of it.
Looks like a raisin with legs.
So I don't know if people can
California raisin dudes.
Oh my god. So I don't know if people can fucking see this or not, but like, I'm gonna hold up. There's a picture of Tom Hanks at a soccer game. I'm assuming it's soccer, and someone
or for European friends football.
Yeah. We don't have any friends. I do.
I have at least one.
It's your wife, or it's you that added yourself, or you liked your own fucking status.
So what? Got to start somewhere, dude. Got to start somewhere.
So the volleyball was given to him by a fan that was in the stands with him, and someone had crudely just pasted his face with that thing in a hospital as if like he was under quarantine, and even strapped a hospital like wristband thing on it. Like these people went through some work, and it's the best Photoshop picture I've ever seen. Like it is good. Like there's no curvature in the picture. It's perfect. But it's fucking fake, people. It's not real.
Dude, there's a lot of fake stuff going around too. There was a news story in the UK about Daniel Radcliffe getting coronavirus or COVID-19.
Yeah.
And there's an interview where he was like, I was surprised to find out that I had it through social, like looking at my social media. He's like, I had no idea that I had it. Like, I don't understand what people's benefit to doing shit like that is, or like the home remedy shit that's going around.
Yeah, what is that again?
Like, dude, there's these dudes that are peddling, and I think it's pretty much just people that are trying to sell their products. There's like colloidal silver, apparently. Like people are trying to sell colloidal silver tablets as a remedy for COVID-19, or like herbal teas and supplements.
The holding your breath one. What was that?
Oh, dude, yeah. There's I saw it on Facebook. There was a home test. The way that you tell without going to the hospital if you have COVID-19 is apparently you hold your breath for like 10 seconds. And if your chest doesn't hurt from holding your breath for 10 seconds, then you don't have it. So, everybody hold your breath real quick. Let's have a moment of silence for COVID-19.
Well, I just want to tell people I just did the test. I did it for 10 seconds. I counted. And I am perfectly fine. Matt is currently doing it right now, isn't he? Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out of shape. I'm a little out of shape, but
right.
My chest doesn't hurt. So.
Yeah, mine either. All right. So, with that being said, all right, we cover coronavirus. All right, guys, leave your comment or leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and let us know. Do you think the world is overreacting, or do you think the whole toilet paper clearing the shelves, people getting off work, do you think it's a glorified reaction? You leave your comments and let us know. Matt, take it away.
Well, guys, just like he said, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, send us some emails, mldpdebates@gmail.com. We read every single one of your guys' comments, concerns, criticisms, anything you guys can give us to help us improve the show, anything you guys want to hear us talk about. If you have us on social media, go ahead and send it directly to us, or you can send it to our page, however is best for you. All right, we're here for you guys.
We are.
As always, everything is debatable. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you. And tune in for our next episode. We're actually going to be talking about 9/11 conspiracy
9/11
theories.
Oh, boy. Big
All right,
one.
breaking it down in 3 major ways. All right, guys, we're going to be going into video evidence, the destruction of the buildings that were affected on 9/11, and the evidence left behind, and the basis for all the conspiracy theories and narratives that are kind of surrounding 9/11.
All right, we get it. Matt's a huge fucking nerd about this 9/11 thing, and I can't wait to rip him a new one. Guys, it's debatable. Check you next time.